How's it going, everyone? Give me a second while I fix this before we get started. So let's look at the dollar. I know I'm live. I don't have my chat window open, so if you say hi, I probably won't see it. Get through this real quick. That way I keep forgetting. It's late. Keep forgetting because I'm so busy with work. So dollar's having a struggle. Got rejected. Breaking previous lows today again. So it looks like it's still coming down in. It's following this whole range. And I got this support line down here in and around 96. I don't know if that's going to hold it, but that's the first previous highs that we're going to run into. So that'll be my support. If it doesn't hold, it'll take another leg, follow it all the way back in. But dollar's coming down still. The S&P. Hang on a second. There we go. I'm going to make sure I'm visible. And I'm live. Let's see if we can find any reversal bars on these S&P high flyers. I got a 2-bar reversal. Look at that, huh? Anyone notice? It's a bearish harami. Wham bam. See how that masters tomorrow. Bearish harami. Imagine that. Let's see S&P. These are daily charts. Let's see. We got a little bounce on the VIX. Let's see if we can get a pickup on that one. Dow Jones. Let's see what kind of reversal that is. Looks like I got a double top closing on the Dow. Plus, well, I think the wick and the body on a bearish harami. Haramis have the whole candle has to be in there. So I got a double top on the Dow. Let's double check on the S&P. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the whole candle, the wicks, and everything need to be inside the candle. So I guess this is not a perfect bearish harami, but it sure does get really close. NASDAQ. What is that? Always watch for those double tops when you close on your highs. So this one now you had to push forward and close back in. So now we're closing inside the candle. This thing is going to have to keep making new highs to get out of that mess. So we made an exhaustion move, not a real big exhaustion move, but close below previous high. So support, the next line of support would be 50% rule. Next line of support would be that gap into the next part of the gap, the lower part of the gap. So it looks like we've got a little bit of bearish move coming on this spinning top. Let's see. Crude is just hanging in there. It's back inside the pattern. Looks like a reverse head and shoulders forming here. Where's my drawing? Where's my... So left shoulder, head, right shoulder coming back in. It should make a move. It doesn't always work, but looks like it's coming in. Let's fix that. And I got a higher low close so far. So support is holding at 49. See if crude can make a turn here. Oh, those right shoulders are devastating sometimes. You got to watch them. Nikkei coming back into support. Nice gap and run all the way across. Boom, 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 boom. Little sideways consolidation. Little W here, and then a run and come back into support. This is a bullish retracement, so it seems good. Make sure support holds. If it doesn't hold, then all that work for nothing. Let's see what happened to coal. Coal bearish retrace, so this might be coming down a little bit further. Cross support into resistance, that's the bearish retracement, that's your best short. Came across and broke previous lows. Now it's lingering. It has the makes of a inverted hammer, but watch that continuation. Previous low breaks. Let's see. Daily chart on 10-year. Looks like we broke, but closing today is a bullish harami. That's a better representation of a harami. It's a pregnant candle. There we go. Let's see how that works out. That's a bullish, bearish, or a bullish harami coming off that bottom. And I wish that this candle was closing a little bit upwards for some more support, but we do have a 2-bar pattern. So let's see, that's a reversal pattern. Let's see how that works out tomorrow. Shanghai. I got the W bottom there. Hit the resistance back into support. The W bottom into resistance, bullish retracing back into support. We need a turn on the gold. I got a previous high break. Looks like we're going for gold. 1300 on the way. Sell into resistance, let it come back into support. We'll get a nice cup and handle. Bam. Let's cross that 13 with vengeance. Now it doesn't have to go in and then come back. If this thing gets huge volume, I mean, obviously it's going to break across and then come back in. But it's been going up for a while, so I imagine it's going to hit resistance first and then come back. Watch the volume. Silver, nice move across the 34. Previous high breaks. Now it's just coming back into support, the previous high. So it's allowed to come all the way back in, so watch that. Copper. Looks like copper is going to have to come in, gather its legs. Looks like a nice sharp consolidation at support though. Let's see what it'll do. It could shoot out of there. Look at that hammer right there. Take out that hammer on the upside, 260 and up. Well, I forget copper's pretty tight on the cents. So 258. Take out that hammer on the upside. I got another hammer over here, 2 hammers over here, and this is a hammer time. Oh, look at this. 1, 2. There's a doji hammer right there. Another long-legged doji, or not doji, long-legged hammer. There's another hammer. This thing's bullish. Look how many hammers it's got. Screw that. It's not coming back into support. It's trying to knock out the bottom right here. Nice. Let's see what happens. Steel. Watch the flat top break off that bottom. It's going to happen. You got resistance right here. And you got gap resistance too. So let's fill that gap. 26 to 28 could be really hard to get through. 50% of that gap. It's bullish. It's a nice bottom. You see the cross, or the what do you call it? Distribution on the way down, accumulation, consolidation, and then the what's distribution? Distribution's on the downside. Accumulation, consolidation, expansion. That's it. Those are the waves of the chart. Distribution, accumulation, consolidation, expansion. There you go. You find that in the old classic technical analysis books like the old Wiley books, stuff like that, explaining the wave action. So watch the flat top break coming across, hit the gap at resistance, hit 50% rule, and then on to fill. Looks like it's building for a nice run. Got obliterated. All right, so Bitcoin making a new high. Nothing is stopping this thing, man. 3,000 is the next measured move, so we got resistance there. Everything else has been clockwork on this thing. I don't see why it can't get to 3,000 for the next measured move. If it breaks through 3,000 and then comes back in, make sure 3,000 holds. Otherwise, it might come back into the next measured move, which would be all the way down to 2,100. But definitely broke previous highs just a few hours ago. Nothing stopping this thing. Let's see, gold and silver. Looks like we'll get a little pop on the silver side. Crossing that 8, bouncing right off the 34 into the 13, back into support. Looks like it's bullish, coming back. See how that works out. I'm not going to cover GDST anymore. The miners. Just consolidating over the 34 on a daily chart. Nice bounce in over the 34, back into support, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Watch for any kind of pullback that looks like a sharp cup and handle. These things, the miners always like these cup and handles. Longer term, I got a W bottom. And longer still, reverse head and shoulders. That is, the right shoulder is taking forever. There's the right shoulder. It should have broke out by now. It shoulda. So watch any failures. If the pattern fails through time, momentum will drop and it will fall over. Gather its legs and try again. But right now it's got support, gathering its legs right over support. GDXJ. Look at the hammer right there. Gapped. Came back in, stair step here, stair step there. Double bottom. Looks like it's running up. Looks bullish. I got a double bottom here. Higher low. That's the opposing point. So now it's ready. I got resistance at 34. Watch the gaps on the way up. Nice hammer on the close. Not perfect. Not perfect at all. It's got a wick on top, but it's got that long leg closing all the way up. Nugget looks like ready. It looks like it's ready. Let's see how good we can close for the weekly close. And JNUG, swimming in the depths of the ocean. In the abyss, doing the same thing. We need to get way up here though. It's been swimming way in the deep. It needs to come back to its natural course of return into the average. That reverse split just killed it though. I hardly ever even look trading on this anymore. But we could be ready here soon for a little pop. We've got to get above previous lows. Once we crack into previous lows, it might ride into that range. And then 2021, we need a flat top break into the next previous lows and ride up that range. So it is way down. And it's a hammer over the support line there. Looks good. Someone might be able to buy a 2-week option on this and make some money. I think I mentioned that AG is coming back into support because it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Got rejected on the pop out there. Got the reverse head and shoulders, and that right shoulder's taking forever. And then K, I think I was bearish on this yesterday. Well, I can't remember, but we got a nice pop into resistance today. So watch this thing as it comes back in, gathers its legs and tries again. Watch for the continuation over resistance, this previous high. Once you get the previous high, you'll have support. So it looks like it's building to get there, whether it happens tomorrow or the next day. Could get that 1-2 punch, and I guess that would be by Thursday. Uranium, it's coming down to make that double bottom. UEC broke previous lows today. Doesn't look good for UEC. Gotta get a turn. I don't like that one. I got previous high support. I got previous breakout support. I got all these lows over here for support. So let it come back in, I guess. URRE. I guess that was it for this move because it's been consolidating ever since. That was a nice move. I don't know where it's going. Watch for previous low breaks. It popped across the 8 and 13, came back into support. So that's a bullish retracement on the intraday. And watch previous high breaks of 161. Support has to hold. Ivanhoe, support didn't hold. Looks like it's building a base. Apple, got a lower high. Bearish Harami. Close, almost perfect. I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the whole candle has to be inside that candle to be a bearish Harami. But it's close enough for me. Looks like Google went up for another step. Who knows what's going on with that? It's crazy. And BCN. BCN took a nosedive. I thought it was going to break. Took a nosedive on the daily, hourly, or the 4-hour chart, though it came into support. And what is, hang on a second. Ethereum, ETH, I think it was. There it is, Coinbase. I want Poloniex. There she is. All right, so Ethereum, that's it. So everyone's crazy about this one, all right? If someone wants me to follow it for this channel, which I don't see why not, since Bitcoin's in there. The only reason why I mentioned BCN is I like the way that trades quite a bit. It goes through a lot of coins. It's very liquid. And I'm in and out, no hesitations, no liquidity problems. And this is not going to have any liquidity problems either. This is, I think Ethereum is one of the highest trading cryptos on Poloniex, so consistently. So that's the 4-hour charts coming into support there. I got a series of lower highs, but it's more like a stair step. So let it come into stair step as long as it wants. Let it consolidate all the way in. It had a nice pump. So once that happens, let it come back into support. Got plenty of support all the way down. Let's just cover the weekly chart on this one. You can see how hard and fast that went. So this week it's closing back in. So let it come Let it come back in. Look how far on the weekly chart it's stretched past its averages. So when that happens, look for price to come back in. It's stretched too far like a rubber band. The elasticity has to bring it. So there you go, Ethereum. Then again, on the hourly chart, I got a 2-bar reversal. So see what happens. It could be the up and down kind of situation. Got a double bottom. 2-bar reversal on the 60 minutes. So you could get some pump action. But that could also be construed as the breakdown, bearish retracement back into resistance, got rejected. So watch that closely. But anyways, sorry it's so late. I'm just so busy. In the wintertime, I got plenty of time doing all this stuff, but now it's summertime. Everything's going crazy. But I haven't forgotten about you. So share it, like, comment, let me know what's going on out there, and I appreciate every one of you. Follow me on Steemit if you can, and I'll see ya.